work in two capacities.
Yeah, let's do it. We gotta work the January 30th. Are you gonna be working that one?
I am gonna be working
All right,
that
me
one.
too.
Are you on it?
Yeah, I'm on
Okay, so Radio Rahim with Ryan Garcia, fighter and broadcaster extraordinaire. You will be fighting just barely 7 days before that event in Miami.
Right.
So we'll just start there because you brought up the KSI and Logan Paul, obviously ringside for that.
Yeah.
Now this is Jake Paul. Now this YouTube thing, like everybody's like, okay, well it's one time, these guys earned it, the whole thing. But now we have to look at YouTubers and boxing as something going forward that
like
is going to be
yeah.
Do you see them in that same light as your other contemporaries?
It's so strange to think about. Like, I can't really put like I don't have a grasp on it. Like, it could be something, but it can't be something. Like, I guess it's entertaining for now, but I don't know where it's going to go from here. Like, I really don't understand. You know, I feel like there's such big personalities that they could make a fight like that happen. Like a Logan Paul could fight, you know, who, AB.
Yeah,
right? Like, it would have to be certain people. I don't think every YouTuber could do it.
And Antonio Brown, not Adrian Brown.
Yeah, Adrian Brown, yeah. Let's make that very clear. I don't think Logan wants to fight AB.
Right. But you know what's interesting? I was just talking to Oscar about 10 years ago. I was standing right here, literally, with Canelo. He was about the same place you are in your career, maybe a little bit further along. And Oscar brought up how different the world was then. Yeah. Like now, the social media advent, which is clearly a huge part of your platform. I know that Canelo's a friend of yours and someone that you look as a mentor, but how is the world of boxing that you're now at this stage of your career in different from the world that he came up in 10 years ago?
I think the main difference is that, you know, this generation is all on their phones. You know, a lot of people, in order to be known, you have to fight on HBO, Showtime. Like, you can't fight anywhere else. They wouldn't know who you are. So now that social media has came into play, you know, people can start following boxers quicker. So that's what they did with me. And I felt like, you know, I represented boxing in a good way, and I brought it to the new generation. I feel like, you know, kids that are 15, 16 now, since they're fans of me, they're going to watch boxing. So I feel like that I did great to the sport so far, and I have a lot more to prove. But I feel like, you know, this new age of, you know, social media and just everybody more involved in their phones, I think I'm representing it well.
Network divisions have always been an issue in boxing. Certainly the purse size has always been a concern for fighters and promoters. But I don't think ever before have I heard fighters say, well, I'm not going to fight this guy because he doesn't have the following that I have. Yeah, this is something that I'm hearing that's new, and it is particular to your weight division. And Gervonta Davis feels like you're not a big enough star for him to address in the ring.
Well, if he's talking following, I am bigger than him. If he's talking following, you know, Gervonta, he can't deny that I'm just as big as him. Like, you could walk the streets and ask who's Ryan Garcia, and they know who I am. Like, Gervonta, you know, same thing with him. So those are the names I hear, Gervonta, Ryan Garcia, mainly around, like, the new boxers coming up. So Gervonta's crazy to say that. He even said in one of his interviews, you know, his biggest fight would be against me. So he backtracks a lot, but that's what he does in fights too when he gets tired. So
you're in a fortunate position of having several opponents that would be big main events that could bring a stardom to whoever wins the fight. Haney, Davis, even Lomachenko, Campbell. Of those opponents, who do you think is your toughest challenge and could create the biggest win for you? Like, what would be the ideal opponent for your career-wise?
Toughest challenge would be, I think, against Devin Haney. Would shoot me into stardom, Gervonta Davis. Just on the fact that, you know, there would be so much hype around that fight. They would all feel like it's too soon for me. They would all feel like Gervonta would knock me out. And they would all put me as an underdog. And then when I shock the world like I said I will, then I become a star like Muhammad Ali.
When you came on the scene and started getting main event fights, a lot of the same things I heard, ironically, about the YouTubers, it was the same thing I heard about you. This guy's not real. Yeah. He's just got to follow. That's why he's not in the event. He hasn't proven anything. He hasn't fought anybody. Are these questions you can answer and things you have to prove in 2020?
Yeah. All things that could be proved in the ring. You know, all things will go away when I start showing, you know, what I could do in the ring. I can say all I want, but they have this perception on me, but you change them in the ring.
What's it been like being so close to Canelo, sharing trainers, and training in Mexico?
Oh, you know, I didn't get to train in Mexico this time because I stayed in La Jolla, but you know, training alongside them, you can't have a better mentor than the guy that is pound for pound champion and the best fighter, you know, right now. So it's just been a great experience. You know, I've been learning a lot, and I feel like I've been moving forward in my boxing abilities.
The reason I asked that, and lastly, culturally, boxing is very regional. People cheer for the guys who speak their language and are from their countries. And we just saw what happens with Oscar in his career. He had a tough time dealing with the Mexican fans. Canelo even experiences a little bit of that. Is that a concern for you, being able to relate to Mexicans and the Mexican-American audience without feeling like you're betraying one or the other?
No, I feel like everybody's gonna respect, you know, my boxing ability and what I bring to the sport. I have fans across the whole world, you know, and you know, I know that, you know, people from everywhere are gonna support me, and it just feels good on that. That's what social media does. Everybody can support you, and to the Mexican people, you know, they're gonna respect the fighter in the ring if they fight great and they fight with heart. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Good luck on February 14th. I'll see you on February 3rd, January 30th. Radio Rahim. Get right here. Ryan, let me just close out. Radio Rahim. Ryan Garcia.